Join us on Patreon and become part of our journey to uncover history's untold stories. Your support helps us create in-depth content, bring hidden narratives to life, and keep history alive for everyone.
ChatGPT said, "The Vatican, the spiritual and administrative heart of the Roman Catholic Church, has long captivated the imaginations of historians, scholars, and conspiracy theorists alike. Nestled within the walls of the Vatican City-State, the world's smallest independent country, lies a treasure trove of religious artifacts, priceless manuscripts, and centuries of ecclesiastical history. Yet, beyond its visible grandeur, the Vatican harbors mysteries, enigmas so profound and sensitive that, for centuries, there have been attempts to suppress, conceal, or simply forget them. These are not merely tales of dusty archives or obscure papal decrees. They are stories entwined with political intrigue, theological controversy, and cultural upheaval, revealing facets of the Church's past that challenge its carefully curated narrative. As the guardian of Christian doctrine and history, the Vatican has always been a bastion of authority. Yet, the institution's longevity and power come with a shadow, episodes and secrets that can unsettle the faithful or destabilize the Church's influence if ever fully unearthed. From hidden texts that question the nature of Christ's divinity to cryptic relics whose origins baffle experts, the Vatican's vaults are a labyrinth of riddles. Scholars who dare probe these mysteries often find themselves navigating a complex web of censorship and secrecy. One of the earliest and most profound Vatican mysteries revolves around the enigmatic Dead Sea Scrolls. Discovered in the mid-20th century near the ancient settlement of Qumran, these scrolls contain Jewish texts dating back over 2 millennia, including versions of Hebrew scriptures predating the established biblical canon. Their significance for Christianity, especially regarding the context of Jesus' time and the early Church, was monumental. Yet, for decades after their discovery, access to these scrolls was tightly controlled, with many scholars suspecting that the Vatican wielded significant influence over what was released and when. The delay and selective publication of certain scrolls led to speculation that some texts might have contained doctrines or historical facts inconvenient to Church teachings, possibly illuminating early Christian sects that diverged from orthodoxy or even revealing alternative understandings of Jesus' life and mission. Another mystery shrouded in the Vatican's shadow is the true nature of the secret archives, officially known as the Archivum Secretum Vaticanum. While often misunderstood as secret in a conspiratorial sense, the archives represent a vast collection of documents and records stretching back over 12 centuries. The question is not whether the archives exist, they do, but what lies within their deepest vaults remains a subject of intense curiosity. Among these documents are rumored correspondences and records that hint at cover-ups of scandals, political manipulations, and suppressed heresies. For instance, during the Renaissance, the Church's relationship with powerful families such as the Medicis and Borgias was intricate and fraught with both corruption and intrigue. Some historians suggest that certain dossiers documenting questionable papal actions or alliances have never been made public, fueling speculation about the true extent of Vatican involvement in European power struggles. The Vatican's connection to the Knights Templar offers another dimension to its hidden mysteries. The Templars, a medieval order of warrior monks, were fiercely protective of their secrets and amassed considerable wealth and influence during the Crusades. When Pope Clement V, under pressure from King Philip IV of France, disbanded the order in the early 14th century, the official story was one of heresy and betrayal. However, many theorists argue that the dissolution masked a more complex narrative involving lost knowledge, secret rituals, and treasures that were either confiscated or hidden. Some posit that the Vatican possesses remnants of Templar documents or artifacts that could radically reshape our understanding of medieval Christendom and the Church's role in it. A particularly chilling mystery relates to the Vatican's handling of the Galileo affair. Galileo Galilei, the father of modern science, faced vehement opposition from the Catholic Church for his support of heliocentrism, the idea that the Earth orbits the Sun. While his trial and subsequent house arrest are well documented, there is evidence that the Church sought to bury the full extent of its internal conflicts and the scientific implications of Galileo's findings. Documents recently revealed show a more nuanced debate among clergy and scholars, including factions within the Vatican who supported Galileo's work but were silenced by political pressures. This episode not only highlights the Church's struggle with emerging scientific truths, but also suggests a pattern of suppressing knowledge that challenges established doctrines. Lastly, one of the most tantalizing mysteries concerns the Vatican's collection of relics and sacred artifacts, some of which have origins so ancient and obscure that their provenance is difficult to verify. Among these is the Sudarium of Oviedo, a blood-stained cloth reputed to have covered the face of Jesus after his crucifixion. The authenticity of such relics has been debated for centuries, with some scientists and theologians pointing to inconsistencies in dating or historical accounts. The Vatican's reluctance to allow unrestricted examination of these items has led to suspicions that they might contain secrets that could either affirm or undermine key elements of Christian faith. In weaving together these threads, the tapestry of the Vatican's mysteries reveals an institution deeply invested in controlling its narrative, an institution that has sometimes chosen to bury inconvenient truths rather than confront them. These hidden histories, whether suppressed scrolls, guarded archives, or secret relics, are not merely relics of the past but active shapers of how millions understand faith, history, and power.